What's up, Aries? Fatu the Afghan Mystic here with your new moon and Aries reading. Aries new moon reading? Whatever. My intention is that whenever this video finds you, regardless of all time and space, it is relevant. So whenever you need to hear this message is when it'll come across to you, okay? Ooh. These people are chaos already. We're in the midst of all this Aries energy, which has been very chaotic in Aries tradition, but it's all good. I think we all need this energy. We all need a little pizzazz, a little uprising in our life, right? So what does Aries need to know at the time of this new moon? For their highest, best good. What messages do you want to share with Aries at the time of this new moon, or whenever they find this? Thank you. I'm telling you. All right. Okay. Oop. Alrighty. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ooh. This feels very direct and very clear, and I love that for all of us. First and foremost, we have the 7 of Wands, which is funny because I pulled this in what I posted yesterday. So, Aries, it's an energy of standing your ground and fighting for what you believe in. It's not always easy. It's not always the simplest thing to do, but it should feel good. It feels good to stand in your strength and your knowing, to really stand up for the things that you believe in, even if it's not something that most people can understand, which generally they can't, okay? And I love that if you look at the wands here, there are 6 different wands on the bottom, 3 and 3, so kind of like a balanced, mixed energy of people who support or don't support you. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter, because if you look at all their wands, they're generally the same like shape and everything. But if you look here at yours, your wand is different, right? Like you have a different, you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You have a different vision, a different perception, a different aesthetic, and people can't always understand that, and it's not for them. But if it is something that feels true and feels right to you in your core, then you need to do what you need to do to defend that, to honor that, to just really stand up for what you believe in. We next have the 8 of Cups here, which is energy of moving on. You're leaving the past behind. You're leaving past emotional baggage, emotional weight, things that no longer serve you. It could be disappointments, things that just haven't really worked out. We are walking away from all of these empty cups, and we're, you know, taking steps to a new path, a new future, going where our intuition leads us, which I also really love. We love good water energy. 5 of Pentacles here. 5 of Pentacles is usually this energy of, 5 is the number of change and transformation, right? And in typical, like old school tarot, 5 of Pentacles is shown with these people like outside in the cold, and they're not realizing that while they're outside in the cold, there's literally a church you know, the church window is lit up from inside. So there is help, there is assistance if you're open to it and you look for different ways to allow that help to come in, or to understand and realize that you have the ability to change things. And I think 5, again, is a number of change and transformations and transitions. And I think it's interesting because down here you see one person who's kind of like bent over and almost like, oh my God, what's the word? I mean, he's surrendering, but he also is just like fallen to his knees, like almost like he's given up, right? Over here. But then you have this guy who was looking at the pentacles and he's seeing like 4 of them are lit up and there's one more solution up here that hasn't really come through. So maybe you're dealing with, some kind of situation and you've only seen a couple of the possibilities. You haven't seen everything that needs to be seen just yet, right? Because like I said, over here, there's like 3 3/4 of these pentacles are lit up where you can like see the light shining on them. But then there's one more that's kind of hidden in the dark. So it's like a hidden solution, something that we're not really seeing just yet, something that hasn't come to light just yet, but being open to receiving, being open to analyzing, changing your perspective and kind of seeing things from a different lens, but also really just sitting there and thinking through the opportunities, the decisions, the pathways, the things that are available to you, and just really sitting with that and kind of taking every aspect into consideration. And maybe with that, you'll finally see a 5th solution that wasn't a part of, wasn't a part of the choices before. So maybe something new, like a new way of something was coming in. And then you see this like flying fish out here. So I feel like, I don't know, it's giving like an intuitive hit coming through. Like for some reason right now, I'm at a loss for words. Like my words are not wording. Like I feel clear and I feel mellow, but then at the same time, like my brain is not like fully, it's just not fully aware right now. So I wonder if that's like also the energy of what you're feeling, is not feeling super clear, not feeling super aware, feeling a little more groggy lately, and just not giving yourself the opportunity to rest and to understand and just to kind of look at things from a different perspective to allow that 5th solution to come in. Because changes and transformations are coming in. Like that's just what it is. We're at the halfway point. So it's like, what decisions are we going to make moving forward that are going to help us, get into the territory that we want to go into? What are we willing to change? Are we willing to change? What are we willing to do differently to get the results that we're seeking? And next we have strength, which I think is beautiful. I mean, it's definitely fire energy. And if you're an Aries, I know you're strong. Maybe it doesn't always feel like it sometimes, especially with your emotions and mental health. So definitely take care of your mental health, but understand that you have that inner strength within you. Whenever you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling tortured, whenever you're feeling like chaotic, you have the ability to tap into your solar plexus energy, to your sacral energy, even to your heart space. You have the ability to tap into your inner lion and to, take down the chaos around you. 8, another number of infinity and strength. And we have, strength here with the 8, and then we also have 8 of cups. So 88 could be a relevant angel number. 8s are also connected to infinity, the energy of creation, of how things continue to go on, how we're all connected, how, just how things come to be. And 8 is also a number of fruition. Interesting. Abundance, prosperity, fruition, things coming into fruition. I like that. And this person is dressed in white. So it's just like your pure divine, you know, clear energy, tapping into that and allowing that part to take over on the days that you don't really feel the best, you know, tapping into that inner source of wisdom, that inner source of strength, and reminding yourself of all of the things that you've overcome in the past and how they have continued to make you stronger and how you have continued to keep going, right? Giving yourself credit where credit is due, and not just like passing over things or skimming over things, really taking a moment to tap in and give yourself gratitude, give yourself recognition, show yourself that you see yourself and how far you've come. Does that make sense? And then lastly, we have Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So I feel like it's definitely, you know, 10s are endings and new beginnings. So the end of a cycle, things closing out, cycles of not feeling abundant, cycles of not feeling strong, cycles of not feeling emotionally well. But I feel like all of this energy is coming up to enable you to take the steps forward and to release that baggage, to fend for yourself and see things from a different perspective and understand that there is a fifth solution. From back here, it looks like this little piece is lit up, and that kind of freaked me out for a second because I was like, whoa, is it lighting up now? But from this angle, you can see this piece clearly, and this stuff looks like a blur. Or it could be the fact that I don't have my glasses on. But I'm gonna go with intuitively that if you take a step back, if you take a step back and look at the big picture, you'll start to see things that you didn't notice before, and you'll receive that clarity and you will find exactly what you're looking for. Ooh, bars. Lastly, let's do a quick oracle pull as well. See how it takes time? How it takes time for clarity to come in. And if that's not a lesson in itself, I don't know what is. We'll do one more. Yeah. Things take time. Things definitely take time, and all the good things take the most time, you know? But it doesn't mean that you give up. It means that you keep going and building your strength and your resilience, building your repertoire of information and experiences, okay? What message? Oh, here we go. Flower child. Momentum, creativity, and action. And in her little book, it says, I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. That's crazy. Because look, even the number here is 14, which in numerology turns into a 5. So again, that is the number of change and transformation. Flower child. Momentum, creativity, and action. And this definitely feels like Aries vibes, because you're the child of the spring. You are that new energy. You are when things spring into action, when things have that new growth, that new energy. You are the energy of momentum, of creativity, of action. And Aries are very intuitive. I don't care what anyone says. And I feel like maybe a good chunk of people do say how intuitive Aries are. I have the pleasure of being married to one, and I know it doesn't look the way that it does as a water sign because I'm a Pisces. But Aries are definitely super intuitive, super in tune, very aware of what's going on, and just following what they know. I want to read, I guess I'll read you the affirmation that goes along with it. It says, I am the beekeeper of my own garden that grows. I am the beekeeper of my own garden that grows. I just don't want to read these because they're so long. but here, we'll read you the manifestation enhancer. And this is from the Magical Spirit Oracle. Get clear on what areas you want to see your bees, in parentheses, energy and focus, go to. Take action and take the first step on any projects or ideas you have. Even if they seem super small, you have momentum. You will be surprised at how much flow and power you seem to have right now. Write your projects or ideas down and organize them. Put them into actionable steps. Break them down into bite-sized pieces and then eat them up. You got this. King or queen bee? No genders apply here, right? Okay, I hope you guys have the best time with this new moon and just things moving forward in general. So I love you. Please like, follow, share. If this resonated, leave me a comment. I would really appreciate it. I just really want to be able to share messages to help others. All right, peace.